Yeah, fully microphone.
I don't know if it's for microphone or what.
Yeah, when I remove this, look, the sound goes nice. Yeah. But, still there?
Yeah, this is good.
And then,
Well, he wants to see the plugs and
okay.
stuff, how we look like on the mixer. So you might want to plug it back in just for 2 seconds, and then when I take the picture.
Yeah. Yeah, I have to keep the game
Where's the plug?
Right here. The red one.
So you might want to plug it back in just for 2 seconds, and then when I take the picture.
Today's official, the referee, Jason McClure. The umpire, Mario Pilar. The field judge, Eric.
I could hear him talking though. That's weird.
And the line judge, Samuel Garcia.
See?
That was me?
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could hear you. I could hear from the thing, from the. So if I could hear you from that, so I need to see the plug and pop. I can't. Yo, you have a glass over here, bro? Oh my lord. No. Sorry. Earphones, mic. Okay, yo. Can you pass me the wire, please? The wire. Can you pass me the wire, please? So here. So
No.
that's the line. That's the right one. Try it. Should be okay. I don't hear anything.
You want Mo to say something?
Yeah.
Going at it?
Yeah, delay.
Yeah.
Say something?
Yeah. No, we could hear from the monitor, not from the thing.
I can really hear myself.
Yeah. No.
That's what you did, eh? Can you plug it in the line in on my screen device? Yeah.
Screen device. So line. There you go. Line. The monitor. See, line is good.
Okay, let's see.
See, now line is working. Turn off the monitor and HDMI. Turn off the HDMI.
So you see a signal to the left. I don't see the screen to the left. Look at it. Roll down.
No, your camera.
Okay. Okay, just click outside. Just click. 1 second.
Oh, yeah, I could hear. I could hear.
Show me left. Show me left. Left. The other left. No, can you show me the edge of the screen? No, the other side, sorry. No, but on the screen, on the screen. Okay, so there's no signal.
Sorry?
Rick knows everybody.
He's new, I don't know.
Okay, put line in off for now.
Line in off?
Yeah, line in off.
Repeat, please.
No, that's not only. You want the on off? It's on and off. On the side of the left side of the screen, do you see a signal? The camera? Looking at the camera? Because honestly, on the little screen, you should see audio signal. Not on the camera. On the camera, we see it, so it's fine. The camera is fine.
You're saying it's on top on the main screen here, eh?
Yeah, it seems like usually there's the audio signal.
Oh! Close, but not long.
Let's see if we can troubleshoot something.
Okay. Goodbye.
Larry, the ball carrier. It's a gain of 9 yards. It's 2nd and 1 for the Cheetahs. Calendar at the run at 6 yards. The ball on the 44-yard line at Lincoln X. It's 1st and 10 for the Cheetahs. It's complete to number 8, Adam Calendar. It's a gain of 4 yards. And it's 2nd and 6. Ball on the 40-yard line. Complete. Number 6, it's 3rd down. At the 24-yard line, and that results in a Cheetahs 1st down.
Allô? Oui. Oui. Non, 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 parce que je continue à filmer. Là. Oui. Oui. Ok, c'est bon.
Contact is called against Lincoln X. The ball was placed at the 9-yard line. Behind the net. Let me say this for Lincoln X. Kita berkembang ke depan. Ini Rick. Just à la ligne de 49 de Vanier. Premier Sagas. Next two. Bienvenue. Legal procedure involved. Number 5-yard penalty. Ball placed at the 54-yard line on Vanier. Kita ada pembeli de Fumbles. Following the crown net, the Cheetahs. Let me say this. Just gotta think that. Let me say this. Timeout, followed by Lakers.
Was it premature?
Yeah, after they will choose something after the time.
Okay, you'll hear mom. You don't know, like. Yeah. So hold on, Ray. Yeah, Ray. Sorry about that. Okay, so I have your speaker right now. So yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, with the green and yellow signal there. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, it's not. Thanks, brother.
So,
Oh, Ray.
Ray.
Going back.
Game to Rivas.
1 second, Ray. Hold on. I got a question. Hold on.
Ray, I put the other wire into the mic in. So, right now, I see the green thing on the side, but it's not moving. Yeah, I see the green, but it's not. It's not moving. Yeah, Ray, it's not moving. I see the volume thing on the left side, left top side, but it's not moving.
That's the end of one quarter of play. The score.
It's just.
It's 0.
Test.
Right now, like if I turn off the monitor, you won't hear the game at all. Right?
Test.
Yeah. So. No, because the headphones that you have, it's a different wires. It doesn't fit into your thing. No. It's a. I don't have any normal headphones. Yeah. So right now it's connected in mic in. I could see it, but it doesn't. For some reason, I'm not sending. Okay, perfect.
Okay, Ray. Thanks, brother. Thank
Number 32, Sean Mullen, with the stop. It's 4th down.
If I do this, I don't hear. What do you mean I'm muffling? I don't. There's a delay. There's a delay. Okay, there's a delay to. That's a touchdown for Vanier. No, sorry. For Andre-Grasset. That's a touchdown for Andre-Grasset. That's a touchdown for Vanier. No, sorry. For Andre-Grasset.
So you could speak, but you won't hear it. You won't hear it on the headphones, but you could talk to the thing.
Is it muffled though, or is it muffled?
No, I have a muffled voice.
Okay.
Because I cover it like this, so like you could speak, but it should be covered like this.
Okay, so we're good?
Yeah. Like, no one here, man. No one here yourself. All right. Sorry about that.
All right, so we're back here. We apologize for the technical difficulties as we are back in. It is Grasset 7, Vanier 0. They punished Vanier on the Nico Brown fumble that was scored by the running back in number 22 and Jonathan Keita. And now they'll get the first lead of the day, and now we get Vanier back on offense. What is their return punch? It was 0-0 after the first quarter, 7-0 lead now for Grasset, with 12:09 left in this first half of action. We'll see if Vanier can come back with a response of their own in this next possession coming up from St. Laurent. When Vanier trying to get themselves back on the right foot, and now the kick. And Vanier hoping to not fizzle out and allowing Grasset to sizzle. And here is the return, a strong return, still going to the 30, and this will be at the 33-yard line, returned by BJ Millien. And now it is Vanier back on offense, and for Nico Brown trying to redeem himself after that fumble off the snap. It wasn't the perfect science on that play, and it will be Vanier trying to get themselves the perfect symmetry with 11:52 left in this first half of play. And the ball will be marked up at the 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Cheetahs. Down 7-0 in this first half. Opening game of the 25 calendar year. Third year in a row they've faced each other. And the last two editions, it has been all Vanier here from Vanier. Hitch pass as caught, turning towards the 30, and this will be up towards the 38-yard line and caught by Jahim Kabongo. His first catch of the day and his first catch of the season. And Vanier will now look to get themselves a little bit closer on a 2nd and 4 coming up here with 11:19 left. From the 39-yard line coming up for Vanier. Jason Bile, we've not really mentioned his name too much. We'll see if he will have influence on this drive for Nico Brown and the Cheetahs. Handoff left, open space, Calendar, 45. First down and more, and he's brought down at the 47-yard line. His first big run of the day for Calendar, and last year he ran for 551 and 8 touchdowns, and that is what they want from their veteran, Adam Calendar, who shows real quality and purchase in his runs this season and the last couple of years as a Vanier Cheetah. So 10:35 left, 1st and 10 for the Cheetahs, marked off on the 47-yard line. In the backfield for the Cheetahs is Fleary. Brown, blitz in the middle. Fleary on the handoff, smuggles his way through, and now the second line of defense from the Grasset attack as Daron came in, the linebacker, on the tackle, and this will be 2nd down and perhaps 9 at best for the Cheetahs. And they'll get 1 yard of that play, and actually they got 2 yards out of that play, so be marked off now at the 48.5-yard line of the Vanier field. 2nd and about 8.5 for the Cheetahs. Brown. Does he dial up a big play? Bile, the third receiver, to the right of Brown. The blitz from both directions. Here is a draw play, Calendar, and he is devoured. This time, Gassim Bachamar coming in as the run stopper put up a white wall and they went to nowhere. This will make up a 3rd down for the Cheetahs. And this might be back on the original line of scrimmage at the 47-yard line. So a loss of 1, and this will be a 3rd and 10 for the Cheetahs. 9:05 left in this first half of play. Vanier showing signs of spirit and determination. but unfortunately have come up empty on the scoreboard on offense. Money play now for Brown and the Cheetahs. Blitz from the near side. Vanier IDs that. They will readjust and call an audible. 2 left on the play clock for Nico Brown. A quick fire. Jazal Bayal still going. Plus territory, and he'll be short. And you have to wonder for Joe Kozak if he might keep the offense on a 4th and short with 8:30 left to perhaps jumpstart the pistons of this engine. And from the looks of it, he will bring on the punt team instead. And this will be a 4th down and 2, a very long 2 that is. So Kozak opting for safety first, then rolling the dice from the midfield stripe territory. The returner for Grasset, the Phoenix, is number 23, is Sebastian Marie, who is loading at his own 25-yard line. And for Vanier, trying to get themselves the field position battle in their favor. And that is a choppy snap. And that is a sky-high kick towards the Vanier bench. One hop, takes a Grasset bounce to the 31, and it's be no yards added to the return. And Grasset will get the ball back, led by Connor O'Connell. Takes over for Pepe Gonzalez, who's now at the University of Montreal. Gonzalez had a wonderful game against Sherbrooke yesterday for the Carabins, and the Carabins are in full force, led by Marco Aduluca and J.S. Blanc, the former Cheetah, on the Carabins staff, in attendance today. And Grasset will get additional yards on that return. They will be marked off now officially at the 37-yard line of the Grasset side of the field. Clock rolling, 7:52 left here. 7-0 lead for Grasset over Vanier. O'Connell's got a 2-by-1 formation with an overload to the right of the attack with double tight ends. Play action. Hitch. Nowhere to go. Millien in on the tackle, and stop for no gain was Antoine Fafard, who gets his first catch of this drive. He had 22 for 369 and 6 TDs last year, but unfortunately that was a dead to rights play, and this will be marked off at the 35. So 2-yard loss for the Grasset on that play. With 7:14 left in this first half. 2nd and 12 from the 35. Fafard now on the far side of the width. Motion man is Dubrowski. Play action. O'Connell has time. Flushed out. Sacked. Brought down to 25. Second sack of the day for Vanier's front 7. And they put a stop to that. And this time coming up with the sack is Frank Togolo. His first sack of the season, a loss of 10. This will bring up 3rd and extremely long for the Phoenix with 6:34 left. Togolo, his first sack coming off the edge. And speaking to the Vanier staff, they feel like this defense has quality depth that they can work with this year. If someone goes down, there's next man up with depth and experience. 3rd and 22 now for the Phoenix. A 4-pack to the left of O'Connell. 5 left in the play clock. O'Connell stepping back, and that is a 1-hopper, and this will be minimal gain. It looked like it touched the ground, but play on we go, and this will bring up a 4th down, so this will be a 3-and-out for the Phoenix as Fafal gets his second catch on the drive, but again, very minimal effort in return, and the value not there for Grasset on that. And for Vanier, they hope to have an outlet of return coming up, and the returner now loitering on his own 48 is Jalen Lazar. Lazar has that romance with that football, and he has that DNA to bring it back if he wants for the Cheetahs as he's pushing himself back towards the 36-yard line. Could Grasset get off a punt of quality and pin Vanier deep in their territory? And the whistle. So that play won't count. So procedure called on Grasset, so moving back 5. And this will be a 4th and 27 coming up here for Grasset with 5:37 left in this first half of play. 7-0 lead for Grasset over Vanier. Opening night of Division I CEGEP football, as all 3 divisions are officially underway. Div 2 started their season last weekend, and now Div 1 and Div 3 have been introduced to the RSEQ world, and it is going to be a punt coming up here with Lazar now marked off at his 42-yard line. 5:30 left in this first half. Bad snap in the end zone, and this might be a safety given up. It is indeed. So the first 2 points for Vanier will come off a botched snap for Grasset. So this drive for Andre-Grasset was pretty much a disaster, and Vanier will get the ball back down by 5 with 5:23 left in this first half. And they will opt for the ball at the 40-yard line. I beg your pardon, at the 35-yard lines where Vanier will begin their next drive with 5:23 left. Nico Brown has had an up and down so far, trying to show the real technician ability as a quarterback. Spent a lot of time in the offseason working on his reads, his ability to be more of a pocket passer, be patient with his reads, and Coach Joe Kozak was very happy with his development, believing that he's going to take the next step as a quarterback. Vanier. Here is Nico Brown, the Ottawa native, trying to capitalize on this Grasset defense, who show 3 down linemen, 6 in the box for the Phoenix. Brown, deep middle, and that was overcooked. Intended for Fleury, the running back, and this will break up a 2nd and 10 here with 5:05 left in this first half. Right now the margin is 5 for Grasset, and has been so far lacking the ingenuity and the cutting edge for the offenses for both teams, unlike in years past with these two teams. Vanier all time against Grasset is 18-5, 8-3 at home. However, they lost the last 2 here to Grasset at home, the last 2 openers. Fleury. And he'll somersault towards the 38-yard line for maybe 2, if not 3-yard gain. So Fleury get that up to the 38. 4:44 left in this first half, and this will bring up a 3rd and about 7 for the Cheetahs. And Vanier trying to get themselves in that position of scoring points. As going off will be Calendar. Coming into the rumble will be Adam Bateman, wearing number 15 for the Cheetahs on this play coming up for the home side. And Bateman will be the receiver to the far width on the right. Bauer, the 3rd option on the right side. Fleury in the backfield for Vanier. Empty backfield coming up for Vanier. Brown's rolling, looking, flushed out, throwing, flag, caught. First down and more. But this might be coming back against the Cheetahs. And what could be good news can end up being bad news. And it's incomplete. So Bile will not get the first down. So that will be none of that. And holding called against the Cheetahs as Grasset sent the house on a 3rd down. And this will be declined. This will bring up a 4th and 7 and a punt coming up here for the Cheetahs. And the punt will be on for the Cheetahs. So that drive was not as smooth and serene for the Cheetahs, but now they'll punt this ball away. And set to return it for Grasset is Elliot Savoie, who is on his own 39-yard line. 4:05 left in this first half for the Cheetahs and Phoenix. And there will be a timeout called by Vanier as there was an alignment issue coming on there. As it appears that Wukendi Mare was asking for an assistance here, and now coming back out there will be Calendar, as he might have missed the memo on the punt coverage team. So Calendar back out there. They'll have a conversation, both sides, to get things recalibrated here with 4 left in this first half. And Savoie will make it back to where he was, his original perch. And he'll be marked off now at the 35, making his way towards the 33-yard line for this punt coming up here for the Cheetahs. And William Gonzalez-Walter will look to get the correct toe angle on the leather of the football and try to have Savoie move back a little bit deeper. And that was nearly blocked. And Saval make it up towards the 40 on the one hop. It goes right by him. And this is going to be no yards. And Saval will be brought down from behind, this time by Romeo Patrick. So the no yards will be called on Vanier, and they'll move it up by a few more yards for Grasset with 3:44 left in this first half. So far, both quarterbacks in O'Connell and Brown have not had the passing range of success yet, lacking the invention so far. And Grasset punished Vanier on the Nico Brown fumble for a touchdown. Otherwise, this game would still be 0-0 with 3:44 left, or 2-0 perhaps, given that Grasset gave up a safety on a bad snap. O'Connell in a pistol formation with a 2-by-2 look this time on this next play coming up for Grasset. Here's the handoff. And up for a few yards, maybe 4 or 5, is the running back in number 22, and Jonathan Keita, the touchdown maker. And Keita has the ballet feet, and going off will be Hugo de Benedicts, and he will be brought off for this next play coming up here. And back in is the rookie in Antoine Gopil for the Phoenix. Gopil, a very tall target, and he'll be occupying the width on the far left. Keita in the backfield for the Phoenix. Blitz from the middle. Keita handoff. Keita stops short of the first down, and he was brought down by Sean Mullen, who had a sack earlier in this first half. And with 2:52 left here, 3-minute warning has been called. And a 7-2 lead for the Phoenix over the Cheetahs. As the coaches come onto the field to have a conversation with their players. And right now for Vanier, they have been lacking the fluency so far on the offense, but the defense has been wonderful, really has minimized the Grasset attacking ability so far in this first half. And with that, we'll play the final 2:52 left in this first half, 7-2 lead. O'Connell, 2nd and 6 from the 47. 2:52 left in this first half. Early movement, and unfortunately, still moving was Dubrovsky, as he was about 10 yards ahead of the line of scrimmage. And with that, they'll move it back. 3rd and 11 for the Phoenix. And this will be marked off at the 45. So a 3rd and 6, I beg your pardon, coming up here for Grasset from the 45. Now make it 3rd and 8. Followed now the 3rd receiver motioning towards the left. Another whistle and a timeout called by Grasset as they want to talk about it with 2:44 left in this first half. So Grasset did not like what they saw out there, and they want to get that corrected and take a deep breath. As Mullen goes off, along with Poulard for this next play. Savannah bringing out a few more speedsters as Poulard will come back on, or is now barking out instructions as Mario go off, as they want to bring on a little bit more agility in terms of the size composition of players on for this next play. A 3rd and 8 from the 45. 2:44 left in this first half of play. Connor O'Connell has been steady, but nothing more than that so far for the Phoenix. Stepping up, middle, caught, first down and more. And a big play by Gopil as he got tattooed by Theodore. So the first big question and the first big response from O'Connell on a 3rd down gives Grasset a new set of downs from the 52-yard line. 13-yard gain for Gopil, his second catch of this first half. 2:35 left. Vanier showing blitz again off the edges. And O'Connell takes a deep breath and gets his team realigned. Quick fire. That is caught from the 45 near side and brought down as Antoine Thafard. And he was brought down by Mullen. And this will be close enough by a yard or so from a first down for Grasset with 2:18 left in this first half. 2nd and 1 for Grasset. Clock is rolling. Good first 2 plays for Grasset. And here's the handoff. And a dive for the first down. And this will give them a new set of downs. It is coming courtesy of Keita, who was able to snake his way through. And there's an injured Vanier player on the field, slow to get up, unfortunately, is one of the Cheetah players. And now stop play with 2:05 left. And it appears it is Sean Mullen who is on his back right now, had a sack and a tackle. A veteran of this team here. Coach Joe Kozak talked about the senior class that had to endure the 2 tough losses the last couple of years on this field on opening day. And he is confident this veteran team could come up with the win that could galvanize their season, given that they have Lennoxville here at home. It's a home-heavy start to this campaign, and they would love to be perfect after their first 2 games here before they go on the road. And their last game will be October 4th. So after October 4th, depending on where they are, they'll be on the road for the remainder of the regular season and perhaps in the playoffs if they qualify, if they don't end up in the top part of the standings. So these opening home games in the month of September will be huge for the Cheetahs as Mullen being looked at right now, being assessed for a potential injury on his right side of the body. Mullen and Mullen, unfortunately, can't put too much weight on his lower body. And hopefully for him it is minimal situation of injury right now for Sean Mullen. And he's being helped out by his teammates. And with this now on the 39-yard line, it's a 1st and 10 for the Phoenix of Andre-Grasset. Connor O'Connell, clutch though to his big target in Gopil. And this has opened up the confidence level for the Phoenix against the Cheetahs with 2:05 left on this drive, potentially going to add more points. A bit of loss going towards the end of the first half. Connell stepping up deep center field. Incomplete. And that was intended for Dubrovsky. In on the coverage, there's a flag in the play as Locombe is in on the coverage along with July Theodore, as Theodore trying to get an explanation from the referee about what was said from Locombe. And this is going to be an OC on Locombe. And this will be an added 10-yard penalty. And that means a first down for Grasset. And that will keep the drive alive even more for the visitors. And not what Joe Kozak wants late in this first half with 1:53 left here. 7-2 lead for Andre-Grasset over Vanier. Keita in the backfield. Vanier on the blitz. Keita on the run. Cole. Keita 20, 15. Keita still going strong to the 10. And he'll have enough for a first down. And this game of chess, the effervescence of Keita coming up with the goods. And this will bring up a 1st and goal for the Andre-Grasset attack. As right now, they're starting to get into the high-octane stuff from the 10, and this will be a 1st and goal for Grasset, who scored 229 points last year Meanwhile, Vanier scored 133 points last year, so points are going to be at a weight of gold in this game. 7-2 lead. Pass play, end zone, and that is interception by Vanier. Theodore on the miscue from Dubrowski, who bobbled it, and Theodore, right place, right time, and Vanier given a lifeline with 1:20 left, down by a score of 7-2. And for Dubrowski, heart and mouth moment. His blushes will not be spared on that moment. A 7-2 lead for Vanier and for Grasset up by 5. And a chance now for Vanier with a minute 20 left here to maybe put on some points, whether it is the 3 or 7 point variety, as Theodore coming up with a big rappel, a big turnover inside the red zone. And this could be a real swing of points if Vanier does score a field goal or touchdown. And this will be a delay game. And this is not what they want from the offense. So Nico Brown did not get that play off on time, and we're then moving the ball back by 5, and this becomes a little bit more complicated. So they'll take the loss of down instead. So perhaps Grasset believing that they could force a 3 and out, get the ball back with maybe a minute or so left in this first half. Calvin in the backfield for the Cheetahs. Quick hit. That's caught from the 25 out of bounds and brought down. This time is O'Shea Maxwell, his first catch of the day. That'll be a first down for the Cheetahs with 1:03 left. Tackled by Adrian Richer. And this will be now at the 33-yard line for the Cheetahs. 1st and 10 with a minute 3 left. So the sidelines will be the allies of the Cheetahs. Could the front 3 of Grasset get to Nico Brown, who is agile, who is silky smooth with his legs? And this is going to be overthrown. And this was intended for Maxwell again. So this time 0 for 1 into the coverage was Andre-Grasset. And this will be a 2nd and 10 coming up here for the Cheetahs. .3 left in this first half. Vanier trying to get themselves within field goal range. Maxwell on the near side right, 3-pack to the far right. Maxwell on the near left, that is. Brown, handoff, counter. Bounce out to the left. 40, counter hit, and brought down by a plethora of Grasset players. And the first contact was from Nicolas Robert. And this will be marked off at the 42.25 line. And this will be 3rd in the nose with 50.5 left. So Vanier will have to work very efficiently with this play still in, with the referee with the blow it in. Brown's got 48 seconds left. And there is confusion with what the alignment is. Brown still calling it now. They've killed off 6 seconds from the whistle of the referee. Early movement, and now give them the first down and 5 free yards. It worked perfectly for Vanier, and unfortunately for Racine Bachamar, he was caught in the no man's land territory. And this will give the Cheetahs a first down with 36.4 left. From the 47-yard line, Vanier, a chance with 36.4 left in this first half. Nico Brown's got a 3-by-2 look on this formation coming up. Terrence Brown, the third receiver to the left of Nico. Blitz from the middle. Here's the full house blitz. In stride, first down or more. 45-40, and a beautiful catch and run by Adam Bateman. The arts and crafts on display. Brown to Bateman, and now they're in score range with 29 seconds left. Grasset brought the house, and Brown exposed them on that blitz. And this will be a 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Clock rolling. 28 seconds left in this first half. And this is a whistle, and that will stop play. And this is a timeout call by Vanier with 20 seconds left. So at most, they can get off 3 more plays if they work the clock to their advantage. And with that, Joe Kolzak wants to make sure they have their keys right and making sure that no one is off the script, and the script is followed perfectly by the Cheetahs, as is for Grasset 2, making sure that their front 3 and front 7 don't show off any early signs of what the play could be, as Nico Brown did get them on that catch run to Bateman on that blitz. And with that, 1st and 10 from the 38 for the Cheetahs.
Next first down for the Cheetahs, the ball on the 40-yard line.
Callan in the backfield for the Cheetahs. Blitz from the 3rd level. Swing pass, and that was off by a couple of centimeters. As coming in like a torpedo was Guiget. And Calendar would have had a convoy going towards the far side, and this will bring up a 2nd and 10 with 15.9 left. And if they're going to play for the field goal, perhaps another 7 to 10 yards would be ideal to get themselves within the range, down by a score of 5 with 15.9 left in this first half. The end product has been lacking for Vanier, but now they want to bring in a chance here. Second and 10 from the 38. Early movement, and this time the culprit is Vanier. Procedure coming up. And it appears the left guard, and Nathaniel Louis-Jeune was the one who was a little bit antsy, a little bit twitchy, and they'll move him back by 5. This will bring up a 2nd and 15 from the 43. So what became a little bit tough will become tougher for Vanier as they look to get themselves within field goal range with less than 16 to go in this first half.
Outside is called against the Cheetahs. 25-yard penalty. Ball placed at the 43-yard
Bile, the 3rd receiver to the right. Bateman, the 2nd receiver to the left. Empty backfield for Brown. Stepping up, pressure. Incomplete. And this will be out of bounds as Bateman was about a yard off. And there is a flag of the play, and there is an illegal hit on the quarterback. So Nico Brown took the hit, and the clock will stop. And they'll have to readjust the clock here, and they'll give them an additional set of yards in the first down for the Cheetahs. So they're going to put 7.2 on the clock. So this will be 7 seconds left here. Cheetahs can definitely get off 2 more plays and a chance at a field goal, but dial it up for a deep ball, maybe too little, too late here. So 11.2, in fact. So that is corrected twice more. So 11.2 on the clock. 7-2 lead for Grasset. Brown, Bile, and Brown's got time. Evades, tripped up, still going. He will take off to the 25 far side. Brown is brought down with 2.1 seconds left. Now make it 1.6. And this should bring on the field goal unit for Vanier and a chance to cut this lead down to perhaps 2. Wind at a quiet standstill. No gale forces to work with here. As now a chance from the 32-yard line to make this to a 7-5 lead for Grasset. And now a chance here for Julian Aruz. The hole, the kick. Wide left. Will be brought out of the end zone, and this will be a full finish towards the end zone. Down to the 10, still going towards the sidelines and out of bounds. And brought down was Marie, and that will be that at the end of the first half. It is Vanier 7, it is Grasset 7, Vanier 2. We're through 2 quarters of play from St. Laurent. 3rd down, 3 to go. What will happen next coming up here between Vanier and Grasset? Stay tuned. A much different scoreline from the last 2 openers against these teams here. Plenty of jeopardy left and twist to go. All right, we're back in it. Ready to roll? Let's go. Let's do it. Welcome back here to Vanier College. Second half action about to begin. 7-2 lead for Andre-Grasset over the Cheetahs. And all the points have come in the second quarter of play. And we'll see now what will come up here if these teams can break the disparity of no offense. Both teams lacking the ingenuity in offense and lacking the plan A. So both teams on to plan B and trying to get themselves back on the right foot here as we get this second half action. Grasset left to right, Vanier right to left. They're going to return it back with two returners at the 10-yard line. And on the go, and here come the Cheetahs the other way. This is a good return towards the 30. And brought down is Jahim Kabongo, and that is where the Cheetahs will begin from the 31-yard line. For Nico Brown, not the most elegant first half for him. Early wobbles in terms of the attacking intent for him, and we'll see how he comes up here in this second half here. The high tariffs thrown by Grasset was proven costly for Vanier and trying to move the ball here. And this being a 7-2 lead, they did miss a field goal at the death of the first half, and a chance for them to come up big in this second half. Laurent Grenier, the tight end to the left for the Cheetahs. To the right side they go. Fleury up ahead towards the 45, tackle the 48-yard line, and a good start, a 13-yard gain for the Cheetahs, and he'll get a first down. As Fleury, a modern-day player with the vernacular to come up with the goods. And this will be a 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line. So Fleury on that, showing the ilk required as we have 14:05 left here in this third quarter play. Kenny, the left wideout. Fleury again. This time not for many yards, for maybe 3-4 yards. There's a flag as well, as there's an extra push or two, and who will this be against? And we've seen a lot of these extra arm wrestling matchups post-whistle. And in this type of game where it's nip and tuck, 7-2 lead for the visitors, any penalty could be costly, and this will be very costly for the visitors as they'll move it up by a few more yards. Another OC call, and this will be marked off at the 44-yard line. It's been a complicated start for the offenses in these games, and with 13:51 left in this third quarter play, Vanier now knocking at the door from the 43. They've definitely moved the ball well enough from the 20 yards out towards the plus territory, but inside the 20-yard line, the red zone of Grasset, not much action. Grasset showing full house blitz. Bile adjusts, Nico Brown adjusts, the blitz does come. And the handoff, and the blitz does its job as it caught Fleury in its sandstorm of bodies, and this will bring up a second down coming up for Vanier. Grasset tried to maintain their high standards on defense last year, only gave up 150 points as a whole. And that was just a shade under 20 points per game at around 15.5 per game. Unfortunately, losing into these semifinals. And here's Brown to the far side. That is caught, and that will be incomplete. Touch the ground first as Kabongo cannot scoop it up. from touching the green turf pellets. And this will bring up a third down and 14 for the Cheetahs. From the 43-yard line. Vanier trying to get themselves back on. The I-line has not been as perfect in terms of the symmetry of passes from Nico Brown to his receivers. We've seen a lot of rush throws. His best pass so far to date has been to Bateman on that catch and run on the blitz. Can they catch him again on that type of scene? 4-pack to the left of Brown. Here's the blitz on the near side. 12:35 left in this third quarter play. Empty backfield for Brown. Quick hit. And that's caught again, and there's Kabongo going towards the middle of the field, and he will be close enough to a first down. And there's a rugby scrum of bodies as Kabongo was the fire pass, and this will bring up what should be a fourth down. And this will be a first down for the Cheetahs officially from the 34-yard line. So Vanier getting the first down here. And the stage being set for Vanier on a 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line. Fleury to the right this time, and he is taken down by the front four led by Bachamar. And this will bring up a second down for the Cheetahs. Has not been the most fairy tale effort of offenses so far, but a good start for Vanier to open up this second half. Almost a carbon copy to what Grasset had in the first half on their opening drive, which they fumbled away. And Vanier hoping to avoid that conclusion with the ball at the 34-yard line. Empty backfield again for Brown. Swing pass left, ball on the go. Evades one, evades two. Brown looking for the block, he got it. Sideline, touchdown, Vanier flagging the play. Jazal Bio will get the 6, but this will be an OC call on him, and Vanier getting their first lead of the day up by a score 8-7 with 10:59 left. And the degree of difficulty, the architect coming up on that play. Brown, the touchdown passer, Bio, the touchdown maker, and Vanier getting their first touchdown of the season up by a score of 8-7. And the peace sign will be a penalty on the Cheetahs, which will be applied on the kickoff. And Aruz will have the extra point attempt here with them up by 1. Their first lead of the day comes on the opening drive of the second half. 33-yard touchdown, catch and run. Ball getting the block on the first play of contact, and away he went down the sidelines, and Grasset could not catch up to the veteran receiver on that play. Aruz on the extra point to give the Cheetahs a 2-point lead. The hold, the kick is up and good, and Vanier up by 2, south of 11, and the Cheetahs showing bites in this second half. They know what's at stake. They have lost the last 2 home openers to Grasset, and they weren't even on the same auction levels on those 2 games. And right now, the Cheetahs are up by 2. And what is the response coming up here for the Phoenix, who are now in the ash, just trying to rise from it in hopes of getting themselves the lead again, and what has been a very close affair. So Vanier scored 9 without reply since the touchdown by Keita. And they'll kick off this ball, and this will be marked off at the 35. So you would imagine Grasset will have strong field position to start off this opening drive the second half here from Saint Laurent. As Laurent Grenier will get the proceedings underway on this kickoff coming up here for the home side. Set to return it is Elliot Savoie, who is on the far side along with his teammate in Akakpo, who's on the near side. In Grenier's kick, a line drive. Akakpo on the zone 20. to the 30-35. Akakpo waiting patiently, and there is the patience paid off as he gets us towards the 49-yard line. A strong return of 29, and Grasset get the ball back, led by Connor O'Connell, who showed signs of life in that second quarter play. Did have some collector item passes to his big target Gopil, and we'll see if he can find the correct route here with them down by 2. It's been a proper Highway 40 East dust-up with these two teams. Gopil, the far receiver to the left. A 3-pack to the left of O'Connell. Handoff. Middle. And Akakpo will get about a couple yards on that play. And he will get up towards the 54-yard line roughly. So about a 4 or 5 yard gain on that. And this will be second down and manageable for the Phoenix. As they make a wholesale change, going off will be Akakpo, and they'll bring on some more pass catchers in this situation. 10-12 left in this third quarter play. 2nd and 6 for Grasset. Another handoff middle. And the Wolf Gray uniforms coming up with a big stick on Keita, and led by the attacking legend in Emile Poulard, who laid the autograph. And this will bring up a 3rd and about 1.5 coming up for the Phoenix as they make a double change, bringing on some bigger girth onto this short yard situation. A 3rd and 1. Vanier's got 7 in the box. And it's now a numbers game with the O-line, perhaps winning this battle against Vanier. And they do win it. And there's the win on the spin. And this time it is Eddie Savoie coming up with the first down. And this will be inside the 40. A good traveler with the ball. And that was a talisman-like finish at the 41 officially. And this will be a 1st and 10. So a good response start here for Grasset as they're itching towards the red zone with 8:55 left here in this third quarter play. Hugo De Benedicts is the receiver on the left of the formation as the H-back. Savoie still in the backfield. And here's another carry for Savoie on the left side. Savoie to the 30. Savoie stumbling, still going. Balance, and he will be forced out of bounds by a few Cheetah players, and that will bring a congregation of bodies on the Grasset sideline as Savoie was pushed out just at the borderline of the field and boundary line, and no flags will be called for that. And a big run for Savoie, his 2nd carry on this drive, and this will bring up a 1st and 10 for the Phoenix, and this will be marked off officially from the 30-yard line. 14-yard gain from the 28-yard line officially, or 27-yard line now, as they move the ball up by a yard or so. Grasset trying to find another gear in this offense, and they're starting to do so. A better smooth drive than what it was in the second quarter. Another handoff this time, Akakpo, and he will have a hole. 5, he won't be caught. Touchdown, Grasset. Jacob Akakpo, his first touchdown in the game, and they're up by 4 with 8:15 left in this quarter play. This episode is flown by the second half, and Grasset using the ground game as they flew by Vanier on that drive. And pending the extra point, this will be a potential 5-point lead for the Grasset attack. And we go back to what it was square one at the start of the second half, a 7-2 lead, and now we've had multiple touchdowns in this second half start with 8:15 left to go in this third quarter play. 14-9 lead. And for Vanier, some work to do as they try to break through again. The attacking attitudes from both these teams has been much more front and center compared to the first half. And does Vanier have a trick in their bag? to come up with another response, down by 5. It's gone back and forth. Vanier held the lead for a couple minutes of play, and for the most part, if not for the majority, to use that term, it's been all Grasset from the scoreboard lead. And set to kick it off for the Phoenix will be Felix Gagnon. So both Gagnon and Grenier wearing the number 9 shirts. And this will be returnable from the 8. Coming through this time is Millien. And he's brought down the 30, a big thumping tackle by the Benedicts. And that is where they will begin this next possession. From the 30-yard line.
Return of 21 yards.
For Nico Brown, good drive last time. Finding Jezal Bio on the swing pass that went for 34 yards for the touchdown. And will Nico Brown mix and match what he has from his play calling from the Vanier offense. Calvin in the backfield. He's got 3 to his left, 2 to his right. 6 in the box for Grasset. Quick hitter, almost picked off. And that had too much spice intended for O'Shea Maxwell in the coverage. Was Adrian Riche, who played for the ball but did not get close enough, but was very close towards that ball going the other way. So reset here on this next possession. And the decision-making nearly cost Nico Brown that pass. It remains 2nd and 10 from the 30. Motion man is Bateman to the left. Calendar to the right. And he's brought down at the 30-yard line. You pick your Grasset player on that tackle. Daron, along with his teammate, coming up with the tackle, number 51 in Remy Abraham. So a gain of a single yard. This will bring up a 3rd and 9 for the Cheetahs. And with 7:14 left in this quarter of play, Vanier does not want to fall behind too far if Grasset start to rev up with their offense. Bile, the third receiver to the left of Brown. Blitz from the far side. Brown sees that. He adjusts. Audible called. And away we go. Full house. And that is caught. Calendar. First down and more. Tackled at the 48-yard line. And he was tattooed out of bounds by Guillaume Gay. And this will be a first down as, again, the blitz brought by Grasset. Brown recognized it and got it off quickly in time. And there's a down Grasset player on the sidelines. So play will be stopped momentarily. A gain of 18 for Calendar. And a new fresh set of downs for the Cheetahs with one play after another for the Cheetahs coming up big this time. And that player is now up and good to go again. And now we get ready for this resumption of play with 6:42 left. 14-9 lead for Grasset over Vanier. Clock is rolling. Grenade back in the huddle. Nico Brown taking a deep breath. Trying to be a mood changer now for the Cheetahs on this drive. Down by 5. 6:34 and counting. Handoff bouncing out. Calendar to the right. Calendar midfield. Calendar exploding through into the plus territory. Tackle in the Vanier bench. And that will be more than enough for a first down for the Cheetahs. As you look now, this has been much more business-like display from the Vanier offense in the second half. And this will be a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. From the 47-yard line, correction. 6:23 left in this third quarter play. And going off will be Fleury for the Cheetahs. And a chance for Vanier to add to their hopes of maybe scoring a field goal or a touchdown. A touchdown will give them a lead once more. And Calendar will get about a strong 3-4 yards on that carry up the middle. And this will bring up a second down or so with 5:50 left in this third quarter. So 2nd and 6 for the Cheetahs. 5:45 left in this third period play. We saw some miscues in the first half. Much cleaner effort in the second half for Vanier and for Grasset on offense as they scored on their opening drive in this marquee opener of the early season, early days in the RSEQ. And this will be another run close enough for a first down by the Cheetahs. And Fleury in on that carry. He has definitely been a perfect understudy for Calendar at times coming in for him. And this will be 2nd and a nose for the Cheetahs. And now this will be a first down for the Cheetahs. So again, a 6 results in his first down from the 36-yard line. Vanier trying to show an air of confidence in their ability. The nuts and bolts of the running game has been much more effective than where they were in the first half. Same spot as where they scored the touchdown from 34 yards out. Here's a play action. Brown, middle. Incomplete, intended for Grenier, who was wide open from the 25. And trailing on that was Rami Abraham, who was locked on Giger, on Kenny, that is, not on Grenier. And that will bring up a second down for the Cheetahs. Vanier showing more freedom, less risk. 4:37 left and counting. It'll be second down coming up from the 36-yard line. A game within a game with these two teams, and this has been a much better game than the previous two times here in home opener week 1. Low snap, Brown. He evades the first wave. There's a flag in the play. Brown still going, and he'll hop his way towards the 30-yard line, but this might be coming back the other way. It'll be a hold against Vanier, and they'll move back by 10. So this will be 2nd and 20 for the Cheetahs coming up from the 46. So a 10-yard penalty, and that will bring it back up here on this next play. The stage is set here for the Cheetahs, trying to fashion some points, down by 5, 4:13 left in this third quarter play. Brown's got a 3-pack to his left. Empty backfield for the Cheetahs. Swing pass left, Bile, that's a live ball, and that will be complete. So the recovery by Nicolas Robert will be nullified. It was incomplete. And Bile, heart and mouth moment, his blushes will be spared this time because if it wasn't, that would have been Grasset ball. It remains to be 3rd and 20 officially from the 46. Maxwell is the far receiver to the right. Empty backfield for Brown. Stepping up, sacked, brought down. Not this time. Felix Gagnon in on the sack. And for Gagnon, his first sack of the season. And a 4th down, a punt coming up with 3:35 left. And for Gagnon, he's Mr. Popular on the Grasset side of the fan base of the stands. And not so popular within the Vanier set of fans. And a punt coming up here for the Cheetahs as they'll be forced to give the ball back to the visitors from Grasset. And set to return, it will be Elite Savoie, who's now pushing himself back towards the 25-yard line. High snap, Aruz almost blocked. And that was nearly blocked. It's the wrong fingertip angle by the Phoenix punt. A fraction off was Vanier on that moment. And a fraction is all what was needed for Grasset to get themselves a first down. Blitz from the middle. O'Connell stepping up. Middle wide open. First down or more. And the plus territory they go. 40, 35, to Benedict, spot down by Vanier, flagging the play, 18 seconds left. And right now, Vanier trying to hold on for dear life to get to the quarter break to reassess their options. Who is about 10, now making 15 yards deep in his end zone. The field goal kicker is Michael Henry, taking his first field goal from the 31. The hold, the kick, wide left. Miss from the 36. Kabongo looking to bring it back out, and he does as he is brought down from behind. The coverage coming up strong for Grasset as Kabongo was brought down at the 6-yard line, and Vanier will not give up any points, and they're down by 5 with 13:26 left in this ball game. We see some rampaging efforts in the third quarter of play. What will the fourth quarter bring for us? Vanier does not want to be in the consolation territory of this matchup. They don't want to lose for the third consecutive home opener to Grasset, but this has been a much different storyline where in the last two home openers against Andre-Grasset, the game was over after the first quarter. Right now we're in the fourth quarter and they're down by 5 and a chance to pull off maybe a statement win that can galvanize this program going towards Lennoxville at home next Saturday. Brown handoff. And the front 7 of Grasset galvanizing themselves as they minimize that carry for the Cheetahs. And in on the tackle was the sack artist, Felix Gagnon, in on that play for Grasset. South of 13 in this ball game. 3-yard gain for a calendar. And Fleury in at the running back position for the Cheetahs. Here's Nico Brown, being patient with the call, and now gets his stuff recalibrated. Brown loses the handle, caught in 2 minds, and luckily for him, his blushes will be spared. It was a heart and mouth moment as he loaded up, and that ball slipped out of his right palm, and this will bring up a 3rd and 7, so a loss of 2, but that might have been the best of the worst case scenario on that play. So a loss of 4, and it's now 3rd and 10 with 12:08 left in this fourth quarter play. Vanier trying to build back this home record. They were 3-1 last year. The lone loss to Grasset. It's been a trip endured, not enjoyed by most visiting teams, and they want to maintain that aura this season. Brown to the left. Brown, center field, triple coverage, picked off. Once again, the culprit, Guillaume Gay, his second INT, right place, right time, intended for Bateman, but unfortunately for the Cheetahs, it fell by short installments of a caption of a reception, and now Grasset got the ball back from the 51 of Vanier's side of the field. And with 11:45 left, ball at the 51-yard line, 14-9 lead. And Grasset trying to add an insurance policy, up by 5. They would love to score a touchdown to really put the squeeze on Vanier. Vanier would love to get a turnover if they can. Gopil, the receiver on the near side left. Here's the handoff up the middle, and this is going strong for the Grasset ground game. And this time the ball carrier was Keita on that carry for the Phoenix with 11:15 left and counting. And this will be second down coming up from the 44-yard line. Good boxing match with these two teams. Styles makes the fight, and both of these styles has been quite the effort here. There's been not much love and care from both sides towards each other, but right now the only thing they would love and care about is the win. And to start off the young campaign 1-0. O'Connell. Another handoff. Not much to do. Poulon in on the tackle. Keita perhaps got a yard or 2 maximum. And this will bring up a third down with 10:33 left here in this quarter play for Vanier and Grasset. And with 10:20 left here, it'll be a 3rd and 2 from the 43. O'Connell has the big running back in the backfield. Motion man is Dubrovsky. And there's the handoff. And this is going to be a photo finish, but nowhere to go. In on the tackle was Patrick again. His 3rd big play in this second half with 9:54 left. And this will bring up a 4th down for the Phoenix. 9:45 left and counting this game. And there's an injury on the field. It appears to be Keita, who's down on the ground for the Phoenix. So an injury timeout on the field.
With the lady in the red jacket, $160, 20893
And a chance here for the Cheetahs to just get themselves breathing once more on this big play here. 9:40 left into this 4th quarter of play.
Claim your $160 prize. 20893
So Keita being helped off the field. 9:40 left in this ball game. 14-9 lead. This game on the fringes of perhaps being a kick down the door moment for Grasset, or a chance of resistance by Vanier to get themselves the ball back here, down by at minimum 5, if not more than that. So eyeball to eyeball, 4th and 1. Who's got the power and who's got the determination on this play? O'Connell under center. It will be quarterback sneak. Early movement. And this will be a flag on the play here. Grasset says it's on Vanier. Vanier is not saying anything, as they hope it's a miracle that is going to go against Grasset, and that will not be the case. Jason Leclerc saying the 1st down in favor of Grasset, and they'll move it up 5, and a free 1st down and a new set of downs with 9:29 left in this ball game. And this will be at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Phoenix. A 4-pack to the left of O'Connell. In the backfield is Marie. O'Connell rolling to his left, firing corner, end zone. Incomplete. And intended for Dubrovsky. In on the coverage was Theodore, and he got the perfect rappel of the ball in the nick of time because Dubrovsky was in for 6. And that is the first explosive play we've seen from Grasset in this game of more than 20 yards. And that could have been costly for Vanier if that ended up being a touchdown. And this will bring up a 2nd and 10 with 8:55 left here in this ball game. O'Connell. Last check down blitz from the far side. And he evades the blitz. And away he goes. 1st down and more. 25, 20. Forced out of bounds by Theodore. What was almost dead to rights ends up being a 1st down, and now daylight towards the end zone for Grasset, as they're inching closer and closer with 8:36 left here, and a new set of downs to work with from the 18-yard line of the Vanier territory. The pocket of space was closing, and O'Connell was smooth and serene and silky on that. 8:25 and rolling. Tight end now to the left, and that is Gopil, who will be the tight end. Play action. O'Connell, options, end zone. Gopil, 6 points. Touchdown, Grasset. 20-9 lead. The important moment by O'Connell. The touchdown thrower and Gopil, the touchdown maker, and they're up by 11 with 8:10 left, and that could be a backbreaker for Vanier, down by 2 scores, chasing this game with 8:10 left. And Gopil, who was the left-hand end, was able to sneak away from the Vanier defense, who bit on the play action, and Gopil was wide open 10 yards deep for the touchdown for Grasset. And with that, 21-9 lead. Homework to be done here for Vanier, and this stiff examination with 8:10 left. 12-point lead, down by 2 scores. Nico Bell will have to work very efficiently here, and it will have to be beautiful in terms of his passing acumen, because right now the machinery of Andre-Grasset has put them up. And for Andre-Grasset, unfinished business for this team. Last year's squad loaded with talent and came up short. And a chance here for Vanier to maybe come back with a strong return coming up on the kickoff with Kabongo along with Milien, who's on the near side. Gagnon on the kick. Milien, will they let it take a one hop? And that will be downed at the 10-yard line. And Milien, unfortunately, did not know the geography position, because had he kept 1 foot inbounds and 1 foot out of bounds, that would have been a penalty going against Grasset. So potential 28-yard loss on that kickoff return by Milien, and now they are deep in the shadows of the goalpost with 8:07 left. So Nico Brown will have to really use the Ottawa street smarts and trying to get his team some points in quick fashion. Brown looking, waiting, patience, waiting, looking, heading away, nowhere to go, throwing that ball away. And he was brought down by Durand along with his teammate and the linebacker in Gabrielle Robinson. And this will bring up a second down for the Cheetahs. Clock rolling, 7:45. Vanier have to get points. It has to be a touchdown. A field goal will not help them at all. Down by 12 points. Brown stepping up, going deep. Incomplete. Renier had his step, but unfortunately his hands cannot come down with the ball, with Matthias Shane in on the coverage. And Grenier lost that ball perhaps in the lights, but right now the moment of glory ends up being an empty moment for him and the Cheetahs. A beautiful throw by Brown, but just missing by a couple of inches on that pass. 3rd and 10, 7:18 left in this ball game. Blitz from Grasset, and that's caught by Bile, but that'll be short of a first down. And decision time here for Kolzak and his team on this 4th down coming up with 7:02 left, knowing very well that time is at a limited aspect here as the racetrack starts to run short, and they'll bring on the punt team instead with 6:53 left in this ball game. And you would have to imagine Grasset will play punt safe with Marie at the midfield stripe, now working his way towards the 50. Aruz is out on his own 5. Clock is going. And a timeout call by Grasset as he had too many men on the field. And it appears that Guiget was the one who was supposed to be off but did not realize that. So that gives Vanier a bit of a lifeline here as the clock will stop at 6:47 left in this ball game. Do they have that burst, the Cheetahs, to get themselves a stop quickly here? And a punt coming up here for Vanier. Marie now working his way towards midfield. 6:47 left, and Grasset has gotten very close to blocking a punt the last 2 times that Vanier's punted the ball away. Clean snap, they'll give up the 2. So with that, it ends up being a 14-point lead, a 23-9 lead. So Vanier will play the field position game, and they'll opt for the ball instead. It was 6:43 left in this ball game. Vanier, Grasset. And right there, the O-lineman and Luca Lavoie encouraging his partisans to get going. And they'll mark it off at the 35-yard line on the left hash mark. 6:43 left in this ball game. Vanier down by 14. And you would have to imagine that Grasset will take its sweet time in terms of the play clock and allowing this to squeeze down to the final seconds before snapping this football. O'Connell in no hurry at all as we're inside 10 seconds left on the play clock. Pop pass again. And the pop move nowhere to go. And not fooled with Simon Boyer on that run by Marie. Clock still rolls with 6:10 left. The bad news, loss of 2, but the good news, clock still going for the Phoenix as they bring on bigger personnel as Kanya Zobe in for the Phoenix along with the touchdown maker in Gopil. 5:52 left in this matchup. Could Vanier force a 3 and out and get the ball back quickly enough for their liking? O'Connell again in no hurry. Snapping the ball with 5 left. Another handoff again. The spin move. Another spin move. And Savoie will be brought down at the line of scrimmage, the original line of scrimmage on this drive. And the clock still rolls. No timeout called. And now the money play coming up here for Grasset. It'll be 3rd down and 10 with 5:08 left in this ball game. And now the clock will shrink. And it's going too fast for Vanier's liking, too slow for Grasset's taste buds. And again, O'Connell knowing that he'll snap the ball with about 5 seconds left in this play clock. Low snap, O'Connell rolling, waiting, looking, firing. That is up in the air and picked off by Theodore. From a moment of glory for Gopil, and now the goat horns on him as that ball went off his chest pad, and Vanier giving a lifeline with 4:32 left and a chance with the best starting position from the 48-yard line. And you would have to imagine when you look at the game film on Monday morning, O'Connell could have ran for some yards and kept the clock rolling and maybe got to the 1st down. And Vanier, not looking for a miracle, but a prayer in this situation. Brown, empty backfield. Brown taking a hit in stride. 1st down and more at the 30-yard line. And brought down is Kabongo. And Vanier with 4:02 left. While the ball at the 29-yard line, down by 14. No huddle offense being employed by the Cheetahs. Brown's got a 3-pack to his right. Calendar in the backfield. Dead center, field goal will not help. A touchdown required as the tonic needed for Vanier's offense. Brown, pressure, middle, Bile, in stride. Touchdown, Vanier. Down by the score 23-15, extra point pending, and they now punish Grasset on that interception. And for the Cheetahs, they want to get themselves a chance, and now they have that chance, down by 8. And 2 plays and 2 blinks of the eye, they're down by 1 score. 3:31 left in this ball game. And the extra point ever so crucial for Vanier, needing this to go through. Aru's taking his steps, going through the mental progression. The hold, the kick is up and good, and Vanier's down by a score. This is going to be a box office finish with these 2 teams. Game not done yet. Grasset had him on the sword and could not apply the finishing touch. And now the biggest play coming up here for either side. This drive could determine who will be 1-0 or 0-1. And Vanier will kick it off with 3:31 left in this ballgame. 31 seconds away from the 3-minute warning. And a chance for the Cheetahs to maybe pull off another 3-and-out. And for Grasset, they will probably go into the 2-minute offense, trying to close out this game and come away with their 3rd consecutive win here at Vanier. Returnable from the end zone to the 10, 15, 20. And this will get up towards the 24.5-yard line. And the Vanier defense has been very stout for the most part of this football game. And they'll have to be the force field to keep Grasset away. And for Andre-Grasset, it's been the running game. And it's been the cast of characters that have come through, whether it is Savoie, Marie, or Keita. The 3-headed monster bringing different spices onto the field, and they would like to be a little bit more spicier with this running game, keeping the clock rolling as it is right now. So O'Connell will just take a Hollywood walk here, knowing that we are approaching 3 minutes left. This is the last play, perhaps, for the 3 minutes. And this will go up to the middle, to the 30, and smuggling the way through and be close enough to our first down is the running back in Akakpo, the 4th option as well, as we're now in the 3-minute warning here from the 30-yard line. And the whistle call for the 3-minute warning, 2:49 left in this ball game.
49 seconds remaining.
Game still in the balance here as both teams come on for the final conversation from the coach staffs to the players.
Both teams have shaken hands at the end of the game and have completed their huddle with their team. Thank you in advance. Fans, be sure to check the RSEQ Stats website or follow us on social media on Instagram at Vanier Cheetahs or Facebook Vanier Cheetahs for details on their next game.
Welcome back here. 2:49 left in this ballgame. 23-16 lead for the Phoenix over the Cheetahs. Trying to close out this game to be 1-0 in the young season here. Grasset will be up to CNDF next week, travel to St. Jean the next 2 games. Vanier home to Lennoxville, and then play CVM in a fortnight's time. O'Connell, handoff, left side. First down and more, and this will give another lifeline to Grasset. This time Akakpo brought down at the 37-yard line, make it 36.5. Clock will be rolling with 2:29 left and counting. And Grasset, knowing that they have Vanier at their mercy. Could they put the sword to the heart of the Cheetahs? 3 left on the play clock, and they are going to call a timeout instead. And that is not what they wanted to do, as Alex Nadeau-Hughes, the OC, coming out there in a huff. As O'Connell giving a lecture from Nadeau-Hughes, the former Carabin quarterback, wanting more from his offense on the efficiency of this clock control. So sigh of relief here as Vanier gives